Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Retro Neo Ness, your host. Call me Ness for short. I found some awesome games at my local Goodwills, and I got a call from a buddy of mine that's been to the local half-price books a couple of times, and he said, hey, you need to come down here and get some PlayStation 1 games. So that's exactly what I did, so stay tuned for that. And then also an unboxing of something I've been waiting for a while. Still need a few more accessories for this particular item, but they're soon to be on the way, and I'm going to do another follow-up video for that. Have I added anything new to the Neo Geo collection? Nothing crazy, but I did add one game, and we'll go through that later on too. So stay tuned and check out what we found. Ooh, half-price books. My guy.
What's up, man? Yeah, I told you, half price. Well, I cannot call them half price crooks anymore. I cannot do it because I came back for more PS1 games, y'all. Look at this. Look at these prices. On GameCube stuff. You can't pass this. You can't pass an $8 GameCube.
You can't.
You can't pass an $8 GameCube game. And then also great shooting games. Look at that. Death Trap Dungeons. Used to rent that a lot. Just didn't spend that much money. Didn't spend that much money at all. So
That's good.
and now look at you, man. I told you to come here and get all these games. Somebody dropped their collection on.
Oh yeah. So just started the day. Mr. Rightway said, "Come on down."
Yeah, they told me come on down, man. I said, dude, you need to get here for $5.
Oh yeah, y'all. So we're here. We're here today.
Yeah, but we're gonna get some more stuff.
We're gonna get some more stuff today. So
yeah, a lot more stuff.
stay tuned. Stay
and I also
tuned.
gotta get him a special gift later on.
Uh-oh.
But it's so much. One other place I'm gonna take him to, we probably not gonna record, but you can see where he got a lot of. Just stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty hard.
And as you just saw, Mr. Rightway was the plug for the day. Shout out to him for giving me a call on those games at Half Price Books. And our secret location, we weren't able to record, but I did pick up some OG Xbox games that I needed. But first, let's do a quick recap of what I got at Half Price Books. We got Darklight Conflict, and all these were complete. A lot of these games I had never even heard of, so I was super happy to get these in the collection. Definitely play a lot of these games and try them out. You Don't Know Jack, I played this game a lot growing up, even though it's not necessarily for younger kids. It's kind of a quirky trivia game. It's really cool. If you haven't tried any of the You Don't Know Jack versions of the game, even on PC, I definitely recommend this game. This is a super funny, hilarious game to play. And then we also have Uprising X, which was another one, kind of a tanky shoot 'em up game. Doesn't really hold up in terms of the graphics department on today's standards, but definitely one that I played for a little bit just to try out. Tecmo Stackers was another family one, kind of like a Puzzle Bobble or Tetris Combine. It's kind of like that type of game there. Test Drive 2 Off-Road was another one. So as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, we're adding this one to the collection. Test Drive 5, another one we added. Williams Arcade Hits. We found this one. This one's got Defender, Joust, all those awesome games. Generally, you would find stuff like this on the arcade 1-ups. And then the Grand Stream Saga. It's kind of a slasher side scroll, not necessarily a side scroll, but more of kind of like an RPG based style game. And then oddly enough, we found Kickboxing. I didn't even know this was a thing, but this was actually sealed. If you take a look, the weird thing about it is that the barcode was punched. So really weird. I don't normally see that. Maybe it was a promo game and they punched it. No idea, but it is a sealed game. Not something that I'm gonna go and get graded or anything by any means, but really cool to see that. War Jets 3.0, another shoot 'em up game. Insane, and all these games were super mint. I'm talking about the jewel cases weren't cracked, they weren't scratched. All the manuals were mint, all the discs were super mint. Super awesome. Shout out to you, Mr. Rightway, for that. And then also, we found Naruto Clash of the Ninja, and this one was complete. Disc was in great shape. So that was one of the 2 GameCube games that I found. Pikmin was another one, but I actually sent that out to my friends in Arkansas. Shout out to Zelda Hat Guy, who I sent this to, an 8-bit Mustang. She's on her way to collecting a full GameCube collection. And then at our secret location, I picked up some OG classics. The Arc Watch from Capcom. This is one I've been on the lookout for. I was super surprised to see that was in one of the bins. I had to pick that up. Leisure Suit Larry. I know. Don't at me. This is just one of those games that I needed for the collection. I am going and trying to complete as many obscure games on the OG Xbox. Batman Vengeance was another one. Family Guy. I love Family Guy. For those of you that don't know, I do an insane Stewie impersonation. Maybe you'll, you know what? Why don't I go ahead and do that for you right now? Ooh, Rupert, it's almost bad as betting Brian against that Celtics game.
You serious?
And then lastly, I picked up Playboy The Mansion. This is another kind of obscure game. I won't go into the details on it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory on its own. So I picked all those games up with Mr. Rightway. And when I got a chance to kick it with him for the day, he gave me this Game Boy Pocket Protector. As a gift. He didn't have to do that. Mr. Rightway, shout out to you. Thank you so much. This is sitting in my collection case right now. I'm always going to cherish this. I don't have a Game Boy, but definitely is going to be something that's going to probably spark my interest into getting one day. So appreciate it. Shout out to you. And with that, let's take a look at what else we got going on. Unboxing time. What do we get? Look at that. We got ourselves a Steam Deck. Let's go! I'm a little upset about the packaging though. I'm pretty sure that happened during shipping, but I'm just glad I got it in one piece. So we've got that here. And I think we've got the charger, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out. Here. Ooh, your games are going places. Okay, let's find something to cut that with. All right. So for those of you that didn't catch it, I was on Mr. Rightway's podcast a couple weeks ago, and we discussed getting a Steam Deck, or why it's important, why it was worth it to get a Steam Deck. So I did some research, and you know, I'm not huge on the handhelds. Like, I do have a Switch. I don't even have an OLED Switch. But, you know, I was in Seattle for work, and that entire flight I was miserable because I didn't have anything to do. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why don't I get a Steam Deck? So this is the 64 gig Steam Deck, and this is beautiful. Oh my. I see what everybody's talking about. This is a lot more comfortable than the Switch. At least in I've got big hands, and this is super nice. This is really nice. I like this. Couple of things. You know, the case here, I didn't get a lot of, you know, crazy accessories or anything like that, because I actually have a 2 terabyte SSD coming, and I also have a 1 terabyte micro SD coming as well. So I'm actually not going to do anything crazy like adding a bunch of games to this yet. I'm going to wait. So I've got maybe another week or so before that stuff comes in. And when that does, I'm going to tear this down and remove the screws. And I've seen a couple of, you know, YouTube videos on how to do it. Pretty self-explanatory on how to do it. I mean, I've broken down my Switch and my daughter's Switch to fix some Joy-Cons, etc., stuff like that. So it's not my first rodeo with breaking a handheld down and actually doing some work on it. Seems pretty simple. I'm probably going to do a video of when I install all that stuff, because I do plan on having some old ROMs on there to play. You know, I'm going to have the Neo Geo library, got to have it on the go. So when I'm out and about and out of town, I can play my Neo Geo games, some NES, Super NES games, and then of course my AAA titles for the more modern stuff I'll have on the SSD. So a couple of things that I have gotten though, and I'll go over that real quick. So I actually, ahead of time, I bought a little matte screen protector for the screen here, because all I kept hearing is how super glossy and reflective this is, and looking at it, it really is glossy and reflective. And so I'm going to install that on here, and then I've also got the new Q USB-C 5-in-1. So this actually has, this is the updated version from the research that I was looking into. So it's something simple. It's a little dock, little foldable dock here, and it's got 2 USB 3 ports here, HDMI, and a USB-C here, and then of course the connection on the top here. So something simple. I didn't want to do the whole crazy nonsense. Like, over time I may get some additional accessories, but I figured this is my first run at this, and literally my YouTube search engine right now is just consisting of a lot of Steam Deck stuff. What did I find at Goodwill? Let's take a look. Let's do a recap. We did Wii U Lego Dimensions, and this one did not have the manual. Disc is in really good shape. This one for sure, and I'll pop up price charting price on what this was. This one was $3.99 at Goodwill. Wii U Resorts, another $3.99 game. No manual. Disc is a little scratched, but that's still okay. That's still going to be great trade-in value. Triple Play Baseball. So this one was complete. Disc is in pretty decent shape, so we're good there. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013, 2002 FIFA World Cup. And this one is a little scratched up, and it looks like the tab is broken on it, and I did not do a good job when I was at Goodwill. I was kind of in a rush to get back home. Now, on the other hand, we did find a 3DS game at Goodwill. So I don't normally find 3DS games. I do find DS games, and they're generally like dog, cat, you know, the general $1 to $2 games. And I'll put the price tag up on this one too. So this one was also $3.99. I paid a total for all these games $21 at Goodwill. So let's do a quick price charting tally to see what the value of all these games are today. Boom, pow, and 3, 2, 1, boop, done. I have not added any new AES games to the collection. I'm taking a little bit of a break. As many of you know, these games get very expensive, and for me to sustain a healthy relationship in my household, I need to take a break from doing this. I did, however, find, well, actually, no, my friends found an MVS version of Art of Fighting 2. So they found this at their local game exchange. So shout out to my guy and gal, Zelda Hat Guy and 8-Bit Mustang, for this Art of Fighting 2 to add to the collection. What can I say? It's been a great start of the year for Neo Geo related stuff, MVS and AES. But like I said, I'm taking a break because I need to stack the chips again and fill my pocketbooks back up just a little bit. Until then, I've got some more stuff coming, so stay tuned and appreciate you watching. I'll check you out next time.